Good morning, everybody. It's time for another edition of Falcons, the Men of Northeast Catholic. And I have another special guest with me today. And your name is?
What's your name? Tell them your name.
What?
Tell them your name.
Robert E. Mahon, M-A-H-O-N. Some said Mahon, but it's, Okay.
So what neighborhood did you grow up in, Bob?
What neighborhood did you grow up in?
Well, at grade school was Nativity. Then we moved to St. Matthew's up in Mayfair, and then back down to St. Joan of Arc.
Ascension.
Huh?
Ascension.
And Ascension of our Lord Church.
What year did you graduate North Catholic, Bob?
What year did you graduate North Catholic?
1952.
Oh, wow. So I have a great nostalgic gentleman here that's going to, I'm sure, share some great stories about North Catholic. So Bob, why did you choose North Catholic?
Why did you choose North Catholic?
Hold on. Actually, I guess it was chosen for me. I mean, because all the guys from the Ascension, St. Joan of Arc, St. Matthew's, boom, North Catholic was the only, actually, North Catholic was the only high school in the Northeast at the time. Father Judge wasn't around. And Cardinal Dockert, of course, that was out the other way, but North was the only game in town, really, except for the prep and things like that, St. Joe Prep.
So what sports or clubs did you participate in at North Catholic?
What sports or clubs did you participate in at North?
Junior varsity soccer, and then I think one or two games of varsity soccer. I remember going to Gerard College, right? Play out there. And Father McLernan was, from our old neighborhood, was the soccer coach, but he had to remove his collar, the Roman collar, going into Gerard College because there was no religion allowed.
I got a question for you. I interviewed a gentleman by the name of Walt Manning, who graduated the class of 1952, I believe it was, who was the goaltender. Do you remember him?
Walt Manning.
Walt Manning.
Yeah. He was 54. I thought
Yeah.
you had.
54. I apologize.
Yeah. But
So Bob might have been his senior year, maybe. I don't know how that played out.
do you remember that name? He played. He
Who,
was a
goalie.
goalie for North Catholic.
Yeah, I also, I think Walt played for a team when he got older, well, not too much older, like a year or so. He played for in the United Junior Soccer League, which was 18, 19 years of age or something like that. You know, I forget what the name of the team was, but there was a lot of ethnic teams involved in the Philadelphia Soccer League.
What was your favorite memory? Your best game, your favorite game playing soccer as a North Catholic
What was
Falcon?
your favorite memory or favorite game as playing soccer at North Catholic?
Well, I guess one of the memories was going out to Gerard College. And of course, we played against North Public. North Public was supreme, really, because all the guys that either didn't go to North or got thrown out went to North Public.
So how was your team those years? Did you guys win any championship games? Did you guys have a great season?
How was your team? Did you win any championship games? How was your season?
It was a so-so season. I mean, we're the only the team in the Catholic League, really. I mean, West, St. Tommy Moore, like you said, and St. John's, of course, they weren't soccer people. All the soccer was in Philadelphia, in the Philadelphia area, really, was in the Northeast, where all the Irish, German, Polish people, parents were, English, so forth.
What position did you play at North?
What position did you play?
Well, because I was right-footed, and actually I used to sub it outside right, and then they would push me back to center half or right half.
Must have been some great times playing soccer back then, especially at North Catholic. So my next question to you would be, who would have been your favorite teacher at North Catholic and why?
Who was your favorite teacher at North Catholic and why?
I have to say Father Brennan, because he held your attention longer, and he was a very amiable fellow, really, you know. And of course there was Father Brickta, taught me English. Father Gaffney taught me geometry. He looked like a blonde-haired Bing Crosby at the time, really.
That's great. That's funny. So, let's see, what else was I going to ask you here? So, how did North prepare you for your adulthood? Who you are today? What did you get out of North?
How did North prepare you for your adulthood today? What did you get out of it?
Well, beside a good education, it was to stop fooling around and get serious. Really, you know, you have a tendency to try and get a laugh, right? When you're a kid, like, you know, but of course I always had an outside job and everything, and also a sort of ingrown love of my Catholic faith.
That's awesome. So, let me ask you a question. So, if you used to goof around at North during the day while you were in class, when I was at North in the 80s and 90s, some of the teachers would pop you in the head with an eraser. If you guys joked around in class, how did the teachers get your attention?
If you joked around in class, how did the teachers get your attention?
Well, either by coming down telling you shut the hell up. Paul. Actually, believe it or not, there's very little corporal punishment. You know, these guys were good teachers, really. They were oblates, and or we used to, before they were ordained, they were misters, and they were good teachers. They prepared you for life. I mean, they didn't bull crap you, I'll put it that way.
I was told by one of the guys, I believe it might have been the class of 77 or 78 that I interviewed. He said, you know, a lot of times when you go to an all boys school, there's always, you know, scuffles and whatnot. I was told one time there was a priest or a teacher that would have the two guys put on boxing gloves. So during your stint, and they would go down to the gym, during your stint, if there was a scuffle between two guys, did guys ever make you throw on the boxing gloves?
When you went, if there was a scuffle between you and another guy, did any of the priests or the oblates make you put on boxing gloves and go down to the gym?
No, not really. Like if you want to meet another, it was around a foot taller, I think. And I guess we were out in the yard, like there used to be a practice field in back of the faculty house basement. Father Gaffney came out, slapped both in the back of the head, and banged our heads together and threw it. Get back to class, right? The fight wasn't real serious. It was just like, you know.
Yeah. So, out of your 4 years at North Catholic, what would have been your fondest memory?
Out of your 4 years at North Catholic, what would have been your fondest memory?
Hang on. I guess my senior year and later part of my junior year and my senior year and graduation. uh, I was very happy to go to North because I think it turned me in from little boy into teenage boy into going to be a man.
That's awesome. So I have a question for you. Usually, when you graduate, you have senior week. When you graduated high school, did you guys have senior week and go down and party in Wildwood?
When you graduated, did you have senior week and go down and party in Wildwood?
I'm trying to think back.
You didn't really
No,
do that.
well, not really. I'm trying to think. Wow,
That's
more or
okay.
less came later on. We all had part-time jobs. I used to be an usher at a movie theater, the Irish at the K&A, Kensington, Allegheny, and it saved enough money. And I think the bus fare at the time, from 13th and Market down to the bus terminal in Wildwood, was $2.50.
Oh, wow. That's, I wish we can get that price now. That's awesome. Well, again, back then, that was just, I guess, the right price because, people didn't make that much. So when you graduated North Catholic, what kind of work did you get into?
When you graduated, what kind of work did you get into?
I went to work for the old Pennsylvania Railroad, and because I had taken bookkeeping and an accounting start, like basic accounting, I went to the accounting department in the Pennsylvania Railroad at 32nd and Market, which Pennsylvania Railroad became Conrail. Part of it, anyway.
That's amazing. So in final, if someone was to come up to you and say, what was it like to be a North Catholic Falcon? How would you explain that?
If someone came up to you and said, what was it like to be a North Catholic Falcon? What would you say to them?
That first of all, childhood was over, boyhood was over, and manhood was coming.
It was there.
Keep your mouth shut and pay attention.
That's great, Bob. Listen, I just want to thank you again for your time today. And I love that hat and I love that shirt that you got for Christmas. I hope you and your family has a great and happy new year and stay safe and stay healthy and hope to see you. Hey, by the way, did you ever make it to the Northland Summer
Yes.
Reunion?
Yeah, we would go
Awesome.
almost every year for the past 7-8 years anyway.
Mhm.
So we always enjoyed it. We met a lot of our old neighborhood fellows there, and it was good. It was good.
And
Well, we hope to see you guys there this year. Again, I just want to thank you, Barb and Sharon, for introducing me to such a great gentleman and an icon in my eyes. Oh, yeah, let's see something we got here. Class of '52. How about the graduating
Oh, yeah.
picture? We got a picture of this handsome guy here.
tell John what Katie said about you.
Wait, oh, I was a hunk?
Yeah, say it into the computer.
My very lovely and pretty niece saw the picture and said, granddaughter rather, my granddaughter saw it and said, Bobby, you were a hunk.
Well, she was
A hunk of
right.
what? I don't know, but
Wow, that was me. And you, I loved hearing your stories about North, and I'm really looking forward to hopefully seeing you at this year's summer reunion. I'm gonna have to buy you a beer.
Okay, you're on.
Well, you guys have a great day,
John.
and again, stay safe and have a happy and great
Thanks
New
for
Year.
what you're doing too, John. It's a good thing.
Thank you.
Stay
Thank you.
safe out there when you're working.
Yep.
yeah.
Thank
And
you so
happy
much.
Law Enforcement Day today.
Yep.
All
Thank
right.
you.